Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, has always been one of the most unpredictable, fascinating, and controversial figures connected to the British royal family. But now more than ever, the global spotlight is turning toward her because royal experts, commentators, and insiders are whispering that she may be preparing to reveal explosive information that could shake the monarchy from the inside. And today we explore exactly why that possibility is making waves across the world, what it could mean for King Charles III, how Buckingham Palace might react, and why royal followers are more curious than ever about the woman once known as the fiery, unapologetically bold Fergie. For decades, Sarah Ferguson has lived through public scandals, media storms, and countless narratives that painted her as both the rebel and the survivor of the royal institution. Yet beneath her public personality lies a lifetime of private moments, internal palace conflicts, strained relationships, untold tensions, and deeply personal experiences that the world has never heard. And now experts say she may finally be ready to open a chapter that she has kept sealed for years. The monarchy is already navigating one of the most fragile eras in modern history, with King Charles undergoing intense public scrutiny, Prince William carrying enormous pressure as the future king, Princess Kate facing health speculation and constant media obsession, and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continuing to create global shockwaves with their interviews, documentaries, and memoirs. So the idea that Sarah Ferguson could add another layer of controversy is nothing short of explosive. The question that everyone is now asking is simple: what exactly does she know? And what would she dare to reveal? To understand this, we have to go back to the very beginning of her royal journey, because Sarah Ferguson entered the royal family at a time when the institution was already dealing with the pressures of modern media, intense public expectations, and a level of scrutiny that no one had prepared her for. Married to Prince Andrew in 1986, she quickly became part of the royal spotlight, known for her charm, warmth, and humor, but also her unpredictability and rebellious streak, which did not sit comfortably with palace officials who preferred silence, discipline, and control over anything that hinted at openness or individuality. Fergie's relationship with the palace machinery was complicated from the start, and although the public saw the glamorous surface of royal life, behind closed doors she faced enormous pressure, harsh judgments, and emotional battles that shaped her entire experience as a duchess. Over the years, she witnessed internal dynamics, tense conversations, hidden feuds, disagreements over duty, clashes of personality, and moments where the royal facade and the private reality were miles apart. And according to insiders, this is exactly the kind of material that she might be ready to address publicly. But what makes the situation even more intense is the timing, because the monarchy's current chapter is incredibly delicate. King Charles is navigating public expectations while simultaneously dealing with health challenges and ongoing scrutiny about the future of the crown. And the last thing the palace wants is another senior figure revealing information that could reignite old wounds or expose the vulnerabilities of the royal system. Sarah Ferguson has already demonstrated that she is capable of sharing personal stories, emotional experiences, and behind-the-scenes insights through interviews, books, and public appearances. But experts believe what she has held back are the details that could dramatically shift public understanding of the royal family's internal world. This includes her relationship with Princess Diana, who was once her closest friend before their friendship became complicated by media pressure and palace tensions. And many believe Fergie holds unique insight into Diana's emotional struggles, private conversations, and moments of vulnerability that the world has never fully heard. It also includes her perspective on the royal hierarchy, the protocols that restricted her freedom, the pressures that shaped her marriage, and the institutional reactions to her scandals. Add to that her long and complex relationship with Prince Andrew, whose controversies remain one of the biggest public relations challenges the royal family has ever faced. And suddenly it becomes clear just how much information she has witnessed firsthand if she chooses to speak openly about Andrew's internal standing, the palace's crisis management strategies, or how Buckingham Palace navigated his controversies behind the scenes. It could reignite global headlines and force the monarchy into another defensive position. But beyond scandals and secrets, the emotional side of her story might be the most compelling of all, because Sarah Ferguson has always been honest about feeling like an outsider within the royal structure, and her experiences reveal the human cost of an institution built on image, responsibility, and silence. She has spoken about loneliness, judgment, pressure, and the weight of being constantly compared to Prince Diana, but experts believe she has not yet revealed the full emotional truth of what it meant to survive royal life during one of the most turbulent eras in modern history. And now, with the public questioning the future of the monarchy, the role of the crown, the generational shift from Charles to William, and the deepening distance between Harry and the rest of the family, any revelations from Fergie would add another dimension to the narrative of a royal system undergoing radical transformation. But what would motivate her to speak now? Some believe it could be personal catharsis. Others think it may be part of a larger narrative project like a memoir, documentary, or interview series. And a few royal analysts argue that Fergie may want to reclaim control of her story after decades of being portrayed through headlines rather than her own voice. At the same time, she has recently regained a surprising amount of public sympathy and admiration, especially as she battles personal health challenges with remarkable resilience. And many people see her as one of the few royals willing to embrace honesty and vulnerability rather than perfection and silence. This new public image could create the perfect moment for her to reveal more than she ever has before. But if she does, Buckingham Palace will undoubtedly be watching carefully, because the monarchy relies on tight control of its internal narrative, and every public revelation risks exposing the human conflicts, emotional fractures, and political calculations that the public never sees. Whether she chooses to discuss Diana, Andrew, palace tensions, royal parenting, hidden pressures, or unfiltered memories from the most dramatic years of her life, one thing is clear: the world will listen. For now, the speculation continues, the questions grow louder, and the curiosity becomes impossible to ignore. Because in a time where the monarchy is fighting to preserve its relevance and stability, Sarah Ferguson, the woman once dismissed as the unpredictable outsider, might hold the power to reveal the most human, emotional, and shocking truths the royal family has tried to keep behind palace walls. In the end, only she knows what she will reveal when she will reveal it, and how deeply the monarchy will feel the impact. But if she truly decides to speak openly, the world could witness a royal chapter unlike anything seen before, one shaped not by tradition but by truth.